Mahama. So President John Dramani Mahama has sworn in new High Court judges. Now also in there. In some warnings there, or Matibi or Masuman Kasangasa. Or say, as I'm not make catch Mamma my name for her name P. Hanko. Many pa cause in Bebre were a lot of complaints about judges. And the judges I say, your court square judge name fee, and no your court square judge now you say. Stay tuned. As my President John Dramani Mahama catch on in our obeti. This is FMS Trends, and here we give you the latest updates on issues near Sanso Educate to Akahon. Yedi concerning in near Sanso Mao info no. My name is Maureen Michelle, and you can call me the Information Minister. I'm here to serve you tea. Tea na information no. So President John Dramani Mahama has sworn in new High Court judges and judges no so also in yes also in keke one in nneema bi bata ho but there before say you be call one in the part no you share video.
Thank you very much, and congratulations to you. Definitely the Director of State Protocol meant those to be sworn in. I know there are some who have been sworn in here already. So we'll start with the oath of allegiance, and you repeat after me. When I say I, you mention your name, and then we continue. I, do in the name of the Almighty God, swear that I'll bear true faith and allegiance to the Republic of Ghana as by law established, that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of Ghana, and that I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. So help me God. Thank you. Turn to the judicial oath. And again, you say after me, you mention your name after I, and then the rest you follow. I, having been appointed a justice of the High Court, in the name of the Almighty God, swear that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Republic of Ghana as by law established, and that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of the Republic of Ghana, and that I will truly and faithfully perform the functions of my office without fear or favor, affection or ill will, and that I will at all times uphold, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution and laws of the Republic of Ghana. So help me God. Thank you. We'll take the final oath, and that's the oath of secrecy. It follows the same pattern. And so we go, I, holding the office of a justice of the High Court, do in the name of the Almighty God swear that I will not directly or indirectly communicate or reveal to any person any matter which shall be brought under my consideration or shall come to my knowledge in the discharge of my official duties, except as may be required for the discharge of my official duties or as may be specially permitted by law. So help me God. Congratulations.
Please be seated. Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Na oswe omu in mo say video no waswe omu in meboa. Oswe omu in na wase ka che omu say you guys should be incorruptible. judges ene maswemu in no, you guys should be incorruptible. If you say in the past you yet complaints bebre and a judge be afeche wa kwaje aponche judge na jiska and why senti no wabu ntenchia as a nipa anywhere so okwaje o company ye de asem na hye no kon okọ asem no kwampo aye basa unhu ni tini ne night fi say judge age bribe wachi enti President John Dramani Mahama warning or the ma judges are and they also omu in our high court say monye very very careful maso emu in ene monfa no ntum tiri say obi ma mo bribe menye chokomilo kra no de brew ade de bro so sika 150 billion kra menye just be incorruptible na ye wadwuma no pepe embu ntanchia fisem obi abeche waponchi ni odwan ye careful honom monye steady and ye warning ne de as I was a president as okasa so don't be incorruptible as obe kan boko kakra but warning woman na wu let's watch
incorruptible not only in fact but also in perception. Let every citizen who appears before you believe that their faith rests solely on the evidence and the law, never on influence or their connections. I urge members of the bar to honor their duty as officers of the court, to assist the bench, not frustrate it, to seek justice, not merely score victory.
Further urged them to uphold the ethics and integrity of the judicial profession in the discharge of their duties.
When a citizen leaves a courtroom believing they were heard, even if they did not win, democracy has triumphed. But when they leave feeling unheard or dismissed, democracy is quietly eroded. And that is why our reset agenda places justice at the center of our national renewal and transformation. We're reforming the court processes, modernizing judicial infrastructure, and expanding e-justice platforms to improve speed, transparency, and access. But no reform can succeed without values. Fairness, integrity, and humility must remain the lifeblood of our justice system.
Enti President John Dramani mangasama video no wama warning we no say they should put an end to frequent court delays. Yes, put an end to frequent court delays. Obenwu sa assemba ko evidence wo ho, videos wo ho, any bibia nso han. Any agenda brofo a say very common wo court for agenda. Any ye two shed that pa obo for asem no mo court October, yes, agenda to November. Moko November, agenda to December, sa na 3 years. Na assemba ko more than hote so. Into President John Dramani Mahama, aka che high court judges na waswe omu in say sa agenda mimpesa asem no etie krampo. Put an end to frequent court delays. As asem no ba ko ye betwe ni twan se se chingam no Ibu okrampa na as sticky to say about into President John Dramani Mahama said David agenda in the sabrofo no omo nsesem ni ehu say o ya pass judgment sa case we dey yedi yatians.
A short while we saw in appeal court judges, and a good number, I think almost the majority were women. And again, I see that women are very well represented on this batch of high court judges. Congratulations. And I ask the executive people sitting here to emulate your example. Thank you very much. This afternoon, we gather once again at the presidency to perform one of the most solemn and sacred duties of our democracy, the swearing in of new justices of the High Court of Ghana. On each such occasion, it represents more than an appointment. It is a renewal of our nation's faith in the enduring principle that justice is the firmest pillar of our democracy, and that Ghana shall always be governed by law and never by the whims of capricious power. The oath you have taken is not a mere constitutional ritual. It is, in the words of the late Chief Justice Philip Archer, and I quote, a covenant between the judge and the people, a promise to rise above fear, favor, and friendship, and to judge as conscience and law command. Quotations close. So today, you enter that covenant with the people, to interpret the law with fairness, to defend the weak with courage, and to uphold the dignity of our republic through integrity and service. Within the architecture of our judiciary, the High Court occupies an exceptional and indispensable position. Indeed, the High Court is the people's court. That is where it is the forum where the law most directly touches the lives of our citizens. It is here that a market woman defends her right to a piece of land inherited from her grandmother. It is here that a young entrepreneur seeks justice in a contract dispute that could determine the survival or collapse of his business. It is here that a journalist defends the freedom to speak truth to power. And it is here that a parent prays for justice in the face of negligence, discrimination, or abuse. And as Nelson Mandela once said, and I quote, "A nation should not be judged by how it treats its highest citizens, but how it treats its lowest." Quotations closed. At the High Court, this reality is lived every day. You, my lords and lady justices, are the living face of justice for millions who may never reach their appellate courts. Their faith in democracy will depend on the fairness, clarity, and compassion with which you administer justice. We live in a society that is younger, more assertive, and increasingly informed. Citizens follow judgments in real time. They debate rulings on social media and question institutions that once seemed sacred. This new environment is not a threat to justice. It is a call for relevance and accessibility. Justice must not hide behind robes. It must walk amongst the people. It must be, in the words of Ghana's first Chief Justice, Sir Akukosa, and I quote, "accessible, intelligible, and responsive to the needs of the ordinary man." Quotations closed. When a young man languishes in pretrial detention for months, when a widow cannot afford legal representation, or when a family loses its home due to procedural technicalities, the law must not appear remote or indifferent. Justice must be swift, humane, and delivered in a language that people understand. Democracy rests not only on elections, but on the rule of law, and justice is its very soul. As the American jurist Leonard Hand once said, and I quote, "Liberty lies in the hearts of men and women. When it dies there, no constitution, no law, no court can save it." Quotations closed. And it is justice that keeps liberty alive in those hearts. When a citizen leaves a courtroom believing they were heard, even if they did not win, democracy has triumphed. But when they leave feeling unheard or dismissed, democracy is quietly eroded. And that is why our reset agenda places justice at the center of our national renewal and transformation. We're reforming the court processes, modernizing judicial infrastructure, and expanding e-justice platforms to improve speed, transparency, and access. But no reform can succeed without values. Fairness, integrity, and humility must remain the lifeblood of our justice system. For justice is both a system and a spirit, and without the spirit, the system loses its soul. Judicial power is unique. It commands no army, it levies no taxes, and yet its word can free the innocent, restrain the powerful, and even correct the state itself. And that is why integrity is not an ornament of your office, it is its very foundation. The law confers authority, but only integrity confers legitimacy. Across Ghana, our elders say, when the chief's judgment is fair, peace reigns in the village. And likewise, when the judge's decisions are fair, confidence reigns in the republic. Be incorruptible, not only in fact, but also in perception. Let every citizen who appears before you believe that their faith rests solely on the evidence and the law, never on influence or their connections. Justice and development are not separate ideals. They are inseparable twins of the same mother. A nation that invests in infrastructure but neglects the rule of law builds its progress on shifting sands. An investor once told me, Mr. President, I can manage my investment risk, but I cannot manage uncertainty of the courts. That simple statement captures the profound link between justice and prosperity. In this era of the 24-hour economy and the Big Push infrastructure program, Ghana needs a judiciary that is both firm and facilitative, one that enforces contracts fairly, protects innovation, and delivers justice without undue delay. Your judgments will shape not only our jurisprudence, but also affect investor confidence, our human rights, and our national stability. Judicial independence is the lifeblood of our democracy, and it must never be compromised. But independence does not mean isolation. Courts must remain open to accountability, must be guided by transparency and fidelity to the Constitution of the Republic. As President, I wish to reaffirm my government's unwavering commitment to defending judicial independence. Yet with that freedom comes the sacred duty to uphold ethical discipline and professional excellence. The measure of our national greatness lies in how we treat our weakest citizens. Your calling, therefore, is to ensure that justice in Ghana never bends towards wealth or privilege, but towards truth and fairness. Justice thrives when the bench and the bar act not as adversaries, but as partners in the pursuit of the truth. I urge members of the bar to honor their duty as officers of the court, to assist the bench, not frustrate it, to seek justice, not merely score victory. Let us end the culture of needless adjournments and delays. Let us embrace efficiency and digital transformation of our courts. For as the saying goes, when lawyers play with time, justice becomes a casualty. Let the High Court be both the temple of the law and the house of humanity. Behind every writ and affidavit is a human story of loss of hope, of survival, a dismissed teacher, a family displaced, a young person wrongfully accused. In each of these cases, the judge is the final line between despair and dignity. The late Justice Sandra Day O'Connor once observed, and I quote again, "The courts must earn the trust of the people every day, one case at a time." Quotations closed. Let each judgment you deliver add another stone to the bridge of trust between the people and their judiciary. As you've taken your oaths of office and secrecy, remember that you enter into a covenant not only with the Constitution, but with history and the people. Future generations will read your judgments not only for legal reasoning, but for moral courage exhibited. Serve the Republic with humility, guard your conscience fiercely, let your courtrooms reflect both the majesty of the law and the mercy of humanity. Ghanaians will be watching and applauding, not to find faults, but to find faith. Give them reason to believe that justice still lives here. My lords and lady justices, today Ghana places in your hands both a gavel and a torch. The gavel to adjudicate with authority, and the torch to illuminate the path of justice. Let this be the era in which the High Court stands as the living symbol of fairness, efficiency, and integrity. And let every Ghanaian who enters your courtroom, rich or poor, powerful or powerless, leave with the conviction that justice in Ghana is not a privilege, but a right and a promise kept. As the poet Kofi Awonor once wrote, the journey is long, but the road leads home. Let justice be that home where every citizen can return to seek truth, redress, and dignity. On behalf of the...
Mwanka Samahubi, warning, kitty kakrebi, but a heavy warning. Put an end to frequent delays in trials and cases. Tia banner who say wako we are board here. Near is a video crowd evidence they see where we are board here. Kwa them 5 years. Here we are some near the now moving on. No, judge or refuse see Abronye bail. Justice Samuel Akwa. Yes, I wanted to make sure say Akwa no and it didn't share no. Justice Samuel Akwa. Or if you see Abronye bail, even when Abronye had met all the bail conditions, or no see a friend of Akwa High Court. Now this thing has got a lot of people talking in conformity say and now has been a President John Dramani Mahama afa kwan bi so and all catch judge say why ya dear papa say Abronye one money bail even when he had met the bail conditions. And but essentially, I'm saying in the sense say one gasa winning. So when it's bail conditions are the amount na so say there be we no go give gaba. Ma won kofi. Ma kofi onko kodi fufu. And the funny part is the fact that I say you calling me to high court now fe obi awo bibika. Everybody has a lot to say about it. They say it's the same as be and a President John Dramani Mahama person cannot didn't and baby so you've been called you ask you videos the so called high court intino judge now if you see Abronye bail no Justice Samuel Akwa and you are calling to the bar now videos need be evidence day Abronye you didn't court now but when he was on trial the manga samushe video.
Chairman, come on, catch on your wire. Black Maria, is that criminal? Is that criminal? One day, we will put more people in jail. What is misdemeanor? Is that criminal? Is that criminal? Misdemeanor case. Misdemeanor.
Let me say something.
Misdemeanor case.
Let me say something.
Is that how to behave? Is
that
how to behave?
You see,
this is the nonsense we are seeing in this country.
There is a clear cut.
That's why we drop.
That's
why we drop. We drop.
By this government. By this government,
a crime in this country? When
to tame people in this country, but it will never happen.
When did insult become a crime in this country? Yes. When?
It will never happen.
Somebody should tell us.
They want to guard people under this democratic era.
Mwanga masheni nina the chairman dia kwanya basa no wankasa kra wabre he's tired. He's tired. Okay, you could explain tired, no evidence. But wait a minute, other crowd no more pay. When meeting the conditions in I say chairman, yeah, my own coffee. You are not going home. This is FM Strengths, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so that anytime you post a new video, you will see the update. Next share link ni ma or down for four, ne we busia for normal some subscribing. All the videos that we posted and we showed, we don't own rights to them, so no copyright infringement intended. Thank you.